track is drying, the rain has ceased.
And it all comes down to a championship Sunday. Halifax County Farm Bureau Championship Sunday. 3, 2, 1.
Drivers, start your engine!
It's Halifax County Farm Bureau Championship Sunday. Gutterworks green flag. Let's get it on after 24 hours of waiting.
We're going to get some Mile of Madness in Victory Lane. The first winner on Halifax County Farm Bureau Championship night is Landon Milam. Jason DiCarlo takes home the season championship. Let's bring him out and make some noise for Jason DiCarlo.
Yeah, we earned this one, I ain't gonna lie.
Seen some great champions. We've already seen BJ Reeves be a great champion. Maybe a new race winner today as they're on the way again here at South Boston Speedway, Halifax County Farm Bureau Championship Sunday.
Look at this, Andrew Turner looking to the inside of Dylan Davis, maybe some bumper contact. Dylan Davis up high, he's gonna come off a 4, side by side, 2 times a winner in 2025 for Dylan Davis.
BJ Reeves, 2025 champion in the Southside Disposal Pierce Socks.
Lights are off. Time to go racing. Time to crown a champion here in the Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division. Gutterworks, green flag flying.
He's a first-time winner here on Championship Sunday, Tyler Gerritsen. As Zach Paragoy, the 2025 Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division Champion.
This means everything. And my dad tried many years. He missed it by a little bit. And this was the hardest race I've ever ran just because he missed so many. We just knew we had to start the race and just finish.
We've got 13 late model thoroughbreds on the racetrack. It's giddy up and go time to decide a championship on Halifax County Farm Bureau Championship Sunday. Sellers will rewrite the record book again here at South Boston Speedway. Sellers wins the race. He wins the track championship. 8 titles for the 26. Nobody better at South Boston Speedway than Peyton Sellers.
Hope everyone enjoyed that great video. We welcome everyone to the 2025 South Boston Speedway Awards Banquet. As most of you know, I'm Joe Chandler, the Director of Public Relations at South Boston Speedway. We're glad to have everyone with us tonight as we honor the champions and award winners and celebrate the accomplishments and highlights of South Boston Speedway's 68th season. We also welcome those that are watching tonight's awards ceremony on YouTube, Facebook, and X. At this time, I'd like to introduce to the stage South Boston Speedway General Manager Brandon Brown.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. And welcome to our 2025 South Boston Speedway Awards Banquet. Looking around 2 years in, I see so many now familiar faces and friends. What a season it was, from beginning our year with a couple of barn-burning twin late models to one of the closest championship late model battles in history. And it was an incredible year, and looking around, that has everything to do with everyone in this room. We know that the drivers, the teams, the families, It takes so much passion to do what you do week in and week out. It is a grind, and right now I want to tell you how much it means to us and how much we appreciate everything that you all do. So all the drivers, teams, and the family members that have to put up with all of us, give yourselves a round of applause right now for putting on one of the greatest seasons in South Boston Speedway history. Thank you to our amazing staff. Thank you to their families, their friends, and everybody in between. It is going to be a fantastic night celebrating all of you. We also couldn't do it without our great partners and the incredible things that they do with us and for us at the Speedway. Whether you're a partner, a sponsor, a media member, we extend our deep gratitude to every one of you for all that you do with us. If you are here tonight, please stand up and everybody give them a round of applause too, because our great partners allow us to put on these great shows for you. At this time, I want to recognize a partner that's been with us for several years, but really invested in South Boston Speedway this time around. This partner has played a big role in bringing an unprecedented level of support to our competitors. Empower Broadband, sponsoring awards for eligible drivers in our limited sportsman, pure stock, and harness divisions through the Championship Loyalty Bonus Program. The awards, made possible by Empower Broadband through the Championship Loyalty Bonus Program, have elevated these three divisions to a higher level and have created a newfound excitement among our competitors. Empower Broadband committed to continue its support through the season next year of 2026, and we are certainly grateful for that as well. We at South Boston Speedway extend our thanks, our appreciation to them. This sponsor is one of two partners, a part of our loyalty bonus program. And at this time, I would like to invite Patricia Worley up to the stage to be recognized as one of our fantastic partners that allowed us to pay out these great championship bonus to you guys. The next sponsor that we want to recognize to start the show is one that was also a longtime sponsor. Hitachi Energy South Boston provided us outstanding bonuses for our late model division this year. Thanks to Hitachi Energy South Boston's partnership for our late model stock car division, our competitors swelled to new heights this season and helped spur one of the most intense point battles for a whole lot of money in the Speedway's history. Hitachi Energy will continue their support as well through the 2026 season, and we can't tell them how grateful we are to them. We extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to Hitachi Energy for their support. Right now, I haven't seen Ryland, and I haven't seen our there he is. Ryland Clark, would you like to come up to the stage, please, and be recognized with anybody else from Hitachi that would like to come up as well? Please give them a round of applause, too, for all that they do with the Speedway. Okay, we're going to keep Ryland up here on stage really quickly because Ryland and I have developed such a great relationship over the past year. And one of the things that Ryland has always bugged me about was, why don't you have any South Boston Speedway branded jackets? I really would like a jacket. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Tonight, Ryland, you get your jacket, my friend. we got him a special branded jacket. huge thank you to Ryland and Hitachi Energy, to Empower Broadband for everything that they do and they're going to do for the rest of the 2026 season. These awards are, in the history of the Speedway, unprecedented, and we cannot wait for our 2026 points battles that are going to be worth a whole lot of money. At this time, I'd like to invite my friend Kyle Haney up to the podium to start tonight's awards program.
Well, thank you, Brandon. We're already off to a great start. I think last year I just asked, you guys need a little break because Joe and Brandon were doing so much heavy lifting for this deal. And they said, sure, come on out and we'll put you to work. And I guess I didn't screw it up bad enough, apparently, because they got me back again. It's a thumbs up. We'll try harder this year. It's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure broadcasting these races all season and seeing some of this incredible action. We have one driver tonight that qualified for our Rookie of the Year, and this was in the Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division. This teenager is a first-year competitor, and he had a tremendous season, finishing a close second in the final division point standings. Got his first career win in May. Was ultra consistent, missing the top 10 just twice in 13 races. Please welcome to the stage from Powhatan, Virginia, our Rookie of the Year in the Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division, Tristan Brunelli. Okay, now it's time to introduce our Dollar General Hornets division. Always exciting action. 2025, the championship season was competitive throughout, with the title being decided on the final race of the season. We had 4 different race winners, 6 different pole winners, 6 drivers led laps, and we had history with Jourdain Pennick winning her first ever race, got a pole in that race as well. Every race was ultra competitive, and the fans were always treated to a lot of excitement. We'll start with our 5th place driver. He had 3 top 5 finishes this year and picked up a podium on his mom's birthday, which was also Mother's Day. Please welcome to the stage from Danville, Virginia, Cameron Moss. Our next driver was last season's points runner-up. He had a tough start to the season in 2025, but he rallied with 6 straight top 5 finishes to end the year, 6 in the last 8 races. He was top 10 in 11 of his 12 starts. Let's welcome our 4th place driver from Farmville, Virginia, Max Sangelo. Our 3rd place driver made great strides in 2025. It was his 3rd full season in the division. Dustin Davis put together 5 straight top 5s. He had 11 total, and he picked up a pole on May 10th. Give a warm welcome to our 3rd place driver in the Dollar General Hornets division from Nathalie, Virginia, Dustin Davis. Group photo at the end. Okay, we get to our 2nd place driver. He was 6th in the point standings last year, but came through with a stellar 2025. May through July, this driver won 4 of the 6 races. By season's end, he had a division-high 6 victories, a division-high 4 poles, and led a division-high 105 laps. We bring to the stage our Dollar General Hornets Division runner-up from Keeling, Virginia, Landon Milam. This year's champion, he ran a partial schedule last year, but he came back this season with his eyes set on winning a title. His second Hornets championship, previously took home the crown in 2022. Jason DeCarlo's 2025 season was one of flawless consistency as he either won or finished second in all 12 races. He now has 9 career wins and becomes the second driver to win multiple Hornets championships. Ladies and gentlemen, meeting our first champion for tonight, please welcome from Chase City, Virginia, Jason DeCarlo.
I'll make this quick because I don't like to talk. First, I want to thank South Boston Speedway, Nick, Brandon, Jeff, all the folks that make this track an awesome facility to race at. I want to congratulate all our champions this season and their teams. Mainly, I want to thank everybody sitting at that table and the people that supported me this year that aren't here this evening, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we did done. Working on the car at night, helping out the track when we race, just stuff like that. And I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen next year, because I'm going to step out the car, I'm going to put my son in, and I'm going to let Landon beat on him this year. Or next year, excuse me. Thank y'all.
Okay, I get to introduce Brandon Brown, our wonderful GM again. He just jumped the queue there, but hey, we've thanked everybody else. Can we give Brandon Brown a big round of applause here? A lot of hard work. He hates that. That'll get me fired and make sure I don't come back next year, right?
Give Kyle a round of applause if you think he should come back and call some races next year. Yeah, Kyle's up here, and standing back behind there, too, is Scott Shive, one of our second announcer who came on board this year. Give him a round of applause, too. He put in such a great effort. Those two are, as Kyle would put it, just a cog in the wheel of South Boston Speedway. Our staff has, whether it's our office staff, our full-time staff, anybody who has anything to do with South Boston Speedway has everything in common. One thing in common they all have is that they're the best of the best. Without their tireless effort, we wouldn't get to do what we do, and you all wouldn't get to do what you do. And that starts up top with Mr. Nick Igdowski. Their support, his support, and the support of the Mattioli family, we wouldn't be able to be the best local short track in the nation, and we wouldn't be able to put on such great facilities and great shows for you. So Nick's back there, I know. Give him a round of applause and everything that he does for this track and this facility. To the rest of our staff, Jeff Bomar, who Jeff, I think, was supposed to be here tonight, but you know Jeff. Jeff won the Spirit Award last year. he is the embodiment of South Boston Speedway. I've never met anybody who is as passionate and caring about this facility anywhere, anytime. And that goes for Jenny Morris as well. Jenny worked under Kathy Rice. She knows everything about everything when it comes to the office. Jeff's the outside, she's the inside, and they both keep everything humming along weekly. So let's give both of them a round of applause right now as well. Speaking of the office, Melissa Thaxton came on board this year. She is a superstar. She came in. Give her, you all have probably seen her when you've checked in at some point. Give her a round of applause as well. And then Jim Guys and Terry Daniels, who you all know, I'm sure, very, very well as our friend Joe Chandler. Where's Joe sitting over there? Joe Chandler is... He matches Jeff Bomar's passion, but just simply in a different way. A former Spirit Award winner himself, he gets to put on, he puts out some of the best content that I've ever seen from a writing side, and that allows us to do so much promotion with what we do for you all. Speaking of that promotion, I wanted to highlight both Joe and a newcomer to the staff this year, Jalen Blanks. Jalen, if you've seen all the graphics, the videos, the photos that you see on social media, the promotion that we're trying to do is world-class NASCAR Cup Series level. Without those folks, we wouldn't be able to promote you all as well as we do, so give them a round of applause as well. To our officials, the best in the business. Track services, the best in the business. Concessions, guest services, ticketing, fan patrol, and of course, our announcers and our production team that's led by Paul Burnham, the absolute best in the business across the board. Everybody that's a part of Team Sobo, please stand up, get out of the corner, and please be recognized, because you all are the embodiment of what it means to be South Boston Speedway. Give them a hand, folks. It is an absolute joy and an honor to work with such an amazing staff. It is incredible. So thanks to all of them. I wanted to make sure to recognize everyone that puts everything on all year, because it is such a test of everyone every single day. So thank you, Team Sobo. It is fantastic to be a part of it. And with that, inviting Kyle back to the podium.
Back out of the shadows. Thank you, Brandon. All right, we're moving on to our Southside Disposal Pure Stock Division. 2025 was another great year and produced our first back-to-back champ this decade. Through the season's 12 races, we had 5 different winners, 4 different pole winners, 7 different drivers led laps, and it seemed like every race was very, very competitive. We will start with our 5th place driver in the Pure Stock Division, Andrew Turner from Sutherland, Virginia. So big turnaround year for Andrew. He won a pole and finished 2nd. It was also a career best, that P2 at South Boston Speedway. Andrew not able to be with us here tonight. We'll make sure he receives his award. Let's have a round of applause for Andrew Turner. Next up, our 4th place driver this year. It was his 4th season. It was full of highs and lows. He set the division qualifying record to begin the year and ended the year with a resume that included 2 wins, 3 poles, 8 top 5s. He's now got 4 career wins and 30 top 5s in his 40 starts. Please welcome to the stage our 4th place driver from South Boston, Zach Reeves. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us here at South Boston Speedway and everyone across the region's racing community were deeply saddened Tuesday evening to learn of the death of a great friend and a great competitor and one of our former champions, Scott Phillips. Scott was a true example of a grassroots racer. He was a passionate man with strong determination and spirit that allowed him to overcome anything that stood in front of him. He had a one-of-a-kind personality. If you met him and talked with him for just a few minutes, you could tell how passionate he was about racing. He was generous in heart and was a determined competitor when he strapped on his helmet. There's not a team that Scott has not helped. He gave parts and cars to his rivals whenever they needed him, just to keep them on the racetrack. He was the type of person, he would give you the shirt off his back, but in the race car, he'd try to knock that same shirt right off of your back. Scott started racing in the pure stock division in 2001. He's been a staple ever since, racing in his familiar number 66 and the number 1. He was so passionate about the pure stock division, its longevity and its success. He had trademark celebrations in Victory Lane. He loved to get on that microphone, and he loved to do donuts and express his displeasure with the track when he disagreed with a call. Scott was, as some people say, all in. And simply put, he was one hell of a racer. He won our Southside Disposal Pure Stock Division title in 2022. In 2025, he finished third in the division standings. He won 2 poles, earned 8 top 5s, including 3 second-place finishes. He finished in the top 10 in all 12 of his starts this year. Tonight, we honor our friend and a great racer, Alan Scott Phillips. Please join us in a moment of silence as we remember a great racer and an even greater friend. Thank you. We'll extend our prayers and condolences to Scott's family and many friends, and pretty much if you're in this room, you were one of Scott's friends. And I know we all enjoyed watching him drive. We'll get his 3rd place award to his family as soon as we can. One more time for a great racer. How about a big round of applause to honor our friend, Scott Phillips. That's tough. It's tough to transition from that, but what an incredible opportunity that we have to share and celebrate Scott's life together. It's like I said, it's tough to transition. It's not tough to shed tears, especially for a guy like that, but Scott would probably want us to get back on track. So we will move on to our 2nd place driver in the pure stock division. You've heard about sophomore slumps, but for Dylan Davis, his 2nd season was an outstanding success. He won the Rookie of the Year honors last year, and he was in the thick of the championship chase this season. He earned his first career win in the division on May 10th, and he won again on championship night. Dylan Davis led laps in 4 separate races and only missed the top 5 twice. Please welcome our runner-up in the pure stock division from Nathalie, Virginia, Dylan Davis. Now it's time to introduce the 2025 Southside Disposal Pure Stock Division Champion. It's a 2nd straight title for B.J. Reeves. He'll join Elite Company in doing that, becoming the 5th driver to win back-to-back championships in the Pure Stock Division. Consistency is a hallmark of every champion, and that's certainly true for B.J. Reeves. His 4th full-time season, he's gotten better and better every year, and he always keeps us on his toes with his sense of humor, and you have a hard time finding somebody that roots for his competitors and the other drivers in the divisions more than B.J. Reeves. He won 5 times this year, 3 poles, led a division-high 134 laps, and he never missed the top 5. Please welcome to the stage our Southside Disposal Pure Stock Champion for 2025, B.J. Reeves.
We did. We had a heck of a season this year. It was good competition in the class. We had a lot of different pole winners, race to race. I really want to thank South Boston Speedway for everything they've done. I want to thank all of the sponsors that support the track and the sponsors that support me. I want to thank my family, my wife especially, probably my biggest fan. I had something that I wrote down right here. What I love about the pure stock division is it is what NASCAR was at one time. We take stock street cars, cage them, throw on Hoosiers, and race them on Saturday night. It takes a lot of creativity to find speed in these cars. Everyone knew Scott Phillips and how he was the first to help and had just about any parts you needed in that truck of his. The part of Scott that some may not have seen, but I loved the most, was his willingness to try something, even if it sounded crazy to me. We would talk on the phone at least 3 or 4 times a week. Usually conversation started with him calling me a cheater, then me calling him a cheater, and then we would start talking about what creative thing we were working on that week. I'm going to tell on him, since he isn't here to dispute it. One of his creative designs was to take a small water-cooled radiator from a computer and put it in his air box. He had a cooler with ice water and a pump that would circulate that cold water to get those intake air temps real cold. He claimed that the rules allowed a cold air intake. That being said, if you're listening, Jeff Mobar, if you see any of us running a stock air box, please do not take it apart. Scott was never afraid to try something, even if the others thought it was crazy. And he also didn't understand that you could lift if the car was about to get out of control. I think this embodies Scott and competitors that compete on the track. Theodore Roosevelt, 1910. It is not the critic who counts, not the one who points out how the strong man stumble or how the doer of deeds might have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred with sweat and dust and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasm, the great devotion, and spends himself in a worthy cause, who, if he wins, knows the triumph of high achievement, and who, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who never knew victory nor defeat. Thank you.
Thanks, BJ. That was fantastic, as expected. We'll move on and reintroduce Brandon Brown as he's going to get the South Boston Speedway Spirit Awards going. This is going to be fun. There's a surprise or two in here, everybody, so welcome back, Brandon.
It is our pleasure at this time to present the South Boston Speedway Spirit Award. The Spirit Award is given to the individuals who exhibit the spirit, dedication, character, and drive for excellence that is at the heart of South Boston Speedway. Former recipients include our own Joe Chandler, Speedy Austin, and Jeff Bomar last year. All 3 of these individuals embody what it means to be South Boston Speedway. This year's Spirit Award goes to a competitor who has demonstrated what it is to be strong in his faith, have a sense of perseverance and determination, and a never-quit attitude. This driver, a multi-year competitor in our limited sportsman division, has always been one of the division's top competitors. Not only has he waged tough battles on the track, he's waged an even tougher battle since early of 2023. He journeyed to Mexico last year, not only for vacation. He spent 3 weeks in a Mexican hospital receiving cancer treatments, and since then, he's been winning that battle. In sharing his story with Joe Chandler earlier this year in a piece that I highly encourage you to go back and read, he said, "I really want to have a positive impact on the people at the track." And this driver has indeed done just that. Ladies and gentlemen, you probably know who I'm talking about right now. The recipient of this year's Spirit Award goes to Bob Davis.
I really didn't expect this, and I'm glad I came tonight. Not only am I enjoying myself and seeing you folks out here, but I just feel so overwhelmed to be honored here tonight, and I'm looking forward to being back next year. And I got to thank my crew for helping me out so much. I could have never raced this year if it hadn't been for them, and I'm really Joey Connor's not here tonight, and he's, I think, a cup sponsor and just a great guy. And again, thanks to my crew and my wife for supporting me for coming down here. And there's been some nights when I didn't feel like going, especially in the 24 season. And I'm so grateful that I can be here tonight feeling good. Thank you all, and God bless.
Actually, there's a little bit more to our Spirit Awards this year. We have 2 honorees. The second South Boston Speedway Spirit Award goes to an individual who has always had the best interest of the racers at heart. This individual is a racer himself as well. He has 27 wins competing in limited sportsman and has 2 career late model wins to his credit. However, his recent impact reaches far beyond the driver's seat. Over the past several years, he has served as a liaison between the track's competitors and the track's officials and the management. He's also assisted in other ways, including some charitable endeavors, like loaning his trailer to the Speedway so God's Pit Crew could do their good work to those affected by Hurricane Helene. He's always there to give the general manager a little guidance, whether we agree or disagree, or whether I take his advice. He's gone above and beyond in sharing his experience and wisdom with me, whether it comes at the Speedway or otherwise. He says that 2025 was his last year as a competitor, but we'll see if he keeps his word on that. You probably know who I am talking about this time, too. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause as we welcome our second Spirit Award recipient tonight, Bruce Anderson.
Wow, that was quite a surprise for me as well. So I thought Bob was my date tonight, and my job was to get him here. So I am quite surprised. But thank you all for coming tonight. South Boston Speedway is a huge part of my life. I'm a race fan who gets the blessing to go out and drive a race car every once in a while. But, you know, Nick presented an opportunity to me many years ago when Kathy was still on board to come and give my advice week in and week out and how to make the place a better place to be racing each week. So not only do I get to race, but I get to help make South Boston Speedway better. And, you know, actually, I don't know of anything better I could do to be a part of the sport. So just glad to be a part of it for many years. I look forward to many years to come. I got 2 young fellows coming up, 3 and 5. So me and Brian Pemberton talk about it a lot. Do they race or do they play golf or baseball? But it's a lot of dads out here that will probably urge me to say golf and baseball. But thank you all for giving me an opportunity to be at South Boston Speedway each week, and look forward to next year. Congratulations to everybody who's won championships and awards tonight. It's a lot of effort and a lot of money that goes into it, a lot of family support. So just glad to be here, and thank you all for the opportunity.
Two extremely worthy recipients of this year's Spirit Award. And speaking of Spirit, at this time I'd like to ask our own Joe Chandler to come back to the stage as we have a special presentation given to our great partners tonight, God's Pit Crew.
At this point in our program, we'll take a couple of minutes to recognize an outstanding organization that means so much not only to our region, but also to our nation and far beyond. We are here at this incredible venue tonight because of our partnership with God's Pit Crew. As you all may know, God's Pit Crew is a faith-based, nonprofit disaster response team of more than 2,000 volunteers that do incredible work under daunting conditions in responding to natural disasters. Notably, last year's devastation in western North Carolina as a result of Hurricane Helene. The volunteers of this organization bring hope, healing, restoration, and courage to those in their time of need. At this time, I would like to welcome Jarrett Johnson, the Creative Services Director of God's Pit Crew, to come forward and say a few words.
How is everybody doing tonight? Not very good, apparently. Golly, all right. Well, let's at least get a round of applause for the wonderful meal we had tonight, right? Come on. There we go. I knew food would do it. Well, Joe covered most everything that I was going to say, so I just want to share a challenge with you and a quick story. I know all of us probably have news on our TV, some of us probably more than others, but I know almost a year ago a terrible storm hit called Hurricane Helene. I picked that one because it's very close to us. It's right in our backyard. We might even have family that live in that region. I want to tell you how real it is. It's not just people have been affected. It's walking into an elderly woman's home that just lost her husband and your feet disappearing in her living room, disappearing from mud, disappearing from flooded debris from her clothes and everything that was left. That's what it means when they say thousands of people are affected. There's thousands of people like Miss Pearl that have lost everything. And just like you all, it's a very difficult job to race. It takes a lot of time, a lot of determination, a lot of sweat, blood, and tears to go fast on the track. And us at God's Pit Crew are trying to do the exact same thing. We're putting a lot of sweat, blood, tears, and trying to be there as quickly as possible to give people the aid when they need it, to build them a home when we can, to give them a bottle of water when they've lost everything. When you wake up and you don't have a toothbrush, toothpaste, or deodorant, it means a whole lot when someone hands you a 5-gallon bucket with everything you need. And we're able to be there for people like Pearl because of you. So I don't want to take all night. I just want to leave you to a challenge. I'm not here to ask for money. I'm not here to ask for anything. Just look up God's Pit Crew, social media, Instagram, pull it up on your TV. See what it's really about. See what these storms really are, and learn about what you could do to help those that's been affected. Thank y'all.
All right. Thank you, Jarrett. Hey, he's a racer, too. He's a racer, too. He says he's back next year full time. We will move on to our Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division. Some of the best racing and the best stories from 2025 came from the Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division. 10 different winners, 15 drivers led laps. We saw dominating performances, close finishes, rookies making a name for themselves, and veterans adding to those resumes. We got 3 brothers finishing in the top 5 of the point standings this year, and a brand new young champion that we're going to meet and greet here in just a moment. The Limited Sportsman Division in 2025 will go down as one of the best in South Boston Speedway history. Let's meet our 5th place driver in his 4th full-time season. He had 9 top 10 finishes in 12 starts and was faced with repairs nearly every single week. Justin Dawson and his family team persevered to deliver a race car that showed steady improvement. Please welcome to the stage our 5th place driver from Nathalie, Virginia, Justin Dawson. All our fourth place driver's third full-time season in the division. His fourth place finish this year reflects solid improvement from ninth place a year ago. He ended the season with 9 top 10s, and we'll get to see this driver make his late model debut on Saturday in the Crush 250. Please give a round of applause to another Dawson from Nathalie, Virginia, Jared Dawson. And really an incredible achievement for this team to get 3 race-ready cars to the track every single week. Can't say enough great things about Dawson Motorsports. And this was Drew Dawson's third time finishing third in the division. Second half of the year was outstanding for Drew with a win and 5 total podium appearances in those final 8 races. And he's a guy, win, lose, or draw. He always seems to have that smile on his face, never takes his time in the seat for granted. Please welcome to the stage from Nathalie, Virginia, Drew Dawson. Finally, a non-Dawson here. We met this talented teenager earlier this evening. Please welcome back our Budweiser Limited Sportsman runner-up. Tristan earned that first career stock car victory, racing to a win on May 10th. Finished in the top 5 in 5 of his first 8 races, and by season's end, he had 8 top 5s total. It's another guy you can see in just a couple days on track in the Crush 250. Welcome back from Powhatan, Virginia, Tristan Brunelli. Time to introduce you to our newest champion, and the only first-time champion of the evening, of course, with Jason and BJ and Peyton. They've already got championships, so we get to meet our newest champion. It was a milestone season. His dad, Tommy, was a 13-time winner, but the spotlight was all on Zach Paragoy in 2025. He only missed the top 10 once. He led laps in 7 different races, picked up his first career victory in start number 50, winning on Thunder Road Harley-Davidson 200 night. He followed that up with another win in July. Please welcome to the stage our newest champion, a great racing family from Clarksville, Virginia, Zach Paragoy.
What a year. What a year this has been. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year that we would be standing here as 2025 Budweiser Limited Sportsman Track Champion, I wouldn't have believed you. To say the least, this year didn't start off easy. The first race weekend was tough. We faced some challenges we weren't expecting, which looked like our championship hope year was over. With every obstacle we faced this year, we learned something new and came back better and better every week and never lost our momentum. I got to start off thanking my dad and my family for supporting me all year, and all my sponsors with Ken Morgan, Sunrise Shavings, Wilbur Land and Tibber, Hudson Trucking, Talbot Building Supply, Moore Chevrolet, Colby Bailey of Southern Pine Realty, Morgan Lumber Company, Campbell Trucking and Redbird Mini Mart, Blair Trent with Charlotte County Commonwealth's Attorney, Steve Stallings for him helping me throughout the year, Torp Chassis with Craig Oliver for all he does for us, Brian Tanner for race engines for changing the whole year. Last year, that's the only thing we changed from last year to this year was the engine. And then BST Shocks. Without their support and support of Empower Broadband and Hitachi this year, that helped us out a lot. Winning the championship and then all my crew helped. Chris, my cousin, Bev Jr., Steven, Gary, Justin, Noah, Hudson, Harrison, Cody, Landon, and then our new spotter that started spotting for me the second race, Cody Jordan, for helping me throughout the year, making me a better racer. Without them, I couldn't have done it. Thank you.
Okay. And $3,000 richer thanks to those loyalty bonus programs there from Hitachi Energy and Empower Broadband. Okay, I bring back once again to the podium our general manager, Brandon Brown.
Now I have the honor of announcing our most popular drivers for this season. Most popular, that means they like you. They really like you. To be the most popular driver, it means something. It means you've done something special in the eyes of our fans. You've made a lasting impression, and as I like to put it, you've made the public make an emotional investment in you and your race team. Our 2025 Most Popular Driver Award winners were determined by a vote of the fans. Last month, we posted on our website and social media platforms the dates of voting and the window and a link where fans could cast their votes for their favorite drivers. A total of 1,140 votes were cast across our 4 racing divisions. And now I will start with the Most Popular Driver Award in the Hornets division, receiving 34.8% of the votes cast in the division, which was the highest percentage of any of our divisions. This driver was not only extremely quick on the track, he was even quicker with a quip in victory lane. Guys, roll the tape.
I don't know, my dad basically told me let my hang low and hit the gas, so that's what we did.
I told you. Please welcome to the stage the division's most popular driver in the Dollar General Hornets, Landon Milam. That's going to be a hard one to top, but let's see if we can do it. Next, we will move on to the Southside Disposal Pure Stock Division. You want to talk about making your presence known. This guy has done that on the track over the past 2 seasons. But I'm pretty sure that the nickname that he gave himself, Scary Barry Mean Dean Reeves, look that up, is what put him over the top for the 2nd year in a row. With 25.5% of the votes in the division, our most popular driver from South Boston, BJ Reeves. BJ, why that?
Well, when we filled out the driver packs, I thought I was just going to put something funny down for my buddy Brandon right here, and then the next thing I know, next race, my buddy on that end is announcing that I'm Scary Barry Mean Dean Reeves. So, yeah, things can get out of hand.
Congratulations, Scary Barry. Next, we will move on to our Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division, receiving 20.6% of the votes cast in the division. This division newcomer made a huge impression in the field of cars. And that bright yellow number 2, a callback to Danny Willis and David Blankenship, is absolutely unmistakable in the stands. and I think that might be what did it for him. Join me in welcoming to the stage from Sutherland, Virginia, your Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division most popular driver, Trace Daniel. Trace, we heard from these other two guys in some respect. How about you? What does this mean to be the most popular driver?
I mean, well, I grew up coming here almost every race weekend, watching all the big names that are up here now. But I mean, it really means a lot to be the most popular driver in the limited sportsman division. Watching my dad, Lee Poyam, all the drivers there.
One more left, and congratulations, Trace, as well. Our Centera Health Late Model Stock Car Division. This driver received 31.1% of the votes cast in the division, the second most among our divisions. The social media keyboard warriors call him our track favorite, but we just call him an 8-time champion. Yet again, our most popular driver in the late model division, the one and only Peyton Sellers. Those drivers that you just met up on stage here made such a lasting impact with our fans. We'll transition now to somebody who has made an extreme impact with our competitors. Our Sportsmanship Award is one of the highest and most prestigious honors an individual can receive because it is an honor that speaks to a person's character and reputation both on and off the track. This year's recipient of the Sportsmanship Award is a well-known second-generation engine builder whose engines have powered many drivers and teams to victory over the years. Not only does he help the teams that his engines power, when others have an engine issue, need a part, or just need advice, he always helps them. Along with that, he has assisted the track's competition officials with technical expertise, helped design tools to simplify tech, and major teardowns for the teams. This year's recipient has done all of this while caring for his parents recently, who have both had health issues, and while having some battles of his own. Tonight, we are proud to present the South Boston Speedway Sportsmanship Award to Brian Tanner. Brian could not be with us tonight, but accepting his award is Tommy Paragoy.
Well, I just want to let everybody know that Brian couldn't be here because he had some health issues with his parents. I'm kind of like Bruce. He was supposed to be my date tonight. We were doing everything in our world possible to get him here. But as this award represents sportsmanship, I want to take a look back at Brian and how he's always conducted himself at the racetrack. I've known him for 30-plus years. Brian's always been the guy that if anybody had trouble at the track, engines or chassis, you could go ask Brian, he'd come work on the car for you. So, as all of y'all know, say a little prayer for Brian's folks, and I'm sure he'd really enjoy the award if he was here tonight. Thank you.
Now, as we transition into our Centera Health Late Model Stock Car division, we'd like to recognize our longtime sponsor, Centera Health. This season, before we began our Late Model Stock Car Division Awards, we wanted to take some time to acknowledge them and the great support that they've given us over the years and the support that they've given in the community. For a number of years, Centera Health has partnered with us at South Boston Speedway as a sponsor of our Late Model Stock Car Division and as an event sponsor, bringing folks to the Speedway. Their multi-year sponsorship by Centera Health has supported the growth of racing at South Boston Speedway and helped bring notoriety and excitement to our Late Model Stock Car division around the community. We extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to them and for their longtime support of the Speedway and our competitors. And we wish them all the best in the new hospital that's being built in South Boston and all of their endeavors. Centera Health does not have a recipient up here tonight to receive the award, but we will accept the award on their behalf and make sure that they get it to them. And we want to give them a big round of applause for supporting us and our Late Model Stock Car division. At this time, I would like Kyle, one more time, I think, up here to present our Late Model Stock Car Awards.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you, Brandon. We're starting to bring this thing in for a landing here, folks. We really appreciate you being here with us tonight. The Centera Health Late Model Stock Car season. Wow, 42nd year of late model stock car racing as the feature division at South Boston Speedway. And we'll celebrate our award winners and try to give you a little bit more about the history and just why this was such a big deal. 103 different winners in this division in 757 NASCAR-sanctioned late model stock car races. And this one lived up to its reputation for producing some of the best and most exciting, most dramatic racing that any fan would ever want to see. A record that has stood for 27 years was broken by our track champion in one of the closest battles, completely tied going into that final race, as I'm sure a lot of us remember. Additionally, outside of those two guys, there was just some incredible stuff. 6 different drivers won races. There were 5 different pole winners, and we had 16 different drivers lead laps. We will start with our 5th place driver this season. It goes to Jacob Borst of Elon, North Carolina. It'll be the 5th year in a row that he's finished inside the top 5, and his, of course, family race team decided to try to do it all themselves this year. It was a solid season, 1 win, and that's 5 straight seasons now that he has at least 1 victory. It was 9 top 5s in 17 starts. Jacob is unable to be with us tonight, but we'll get his award to him maybe on Saturdays. Another guy you can see Saturday. Please give Jacob Borst a round of applause. Unfortunately, our 4th place driver is another guy that's been very busy this week in a couple different respects. But Blake Stallings had another solid season, 12 top 5 finishes for the Superman this year. He has an incredible run in the last couple seasons of top 10s, and the number is 34 out of his last 35 starts. He has finished inside the top 10. Another driver that I know a lot of fans will be rooting for on Saturday. We'll get Blake his award, and we'll give him a round of applause right now. All right, our 3rd place driver, Landon Pembleton's 4th full-time season in the late model stock car division was his best yet. He was part of a close championship battle that came down on that final night. Pembleton picked up wins on May 24th and on August 23rd. He had 17 top 10s this year in his 18 starts, and it hasn't been mentioned tonight, so we got to give an extra congratulations and a big cheer for Landon picking up a 2nd grandfather clock, winning the Valley Star Credit Union 300 at Martinsville Speedway back in late September. Congrats, Landon, our 3rd place finisher in the Centera Health Late Model Stock Car Division. What a drive there at the paperclip. Thank you for bringing home South Boston Speedway, a little piece of that. Our division runner-up in the Centera Health Late Models is a veteran racer who put together a stellar season, made a bunch of new fans, and he was obviously a big part of that most exciting championship points battle in the track's history. It's the first time Trevor Ward has ever really been able to chase a division championship, and he made the most of that opportunity. He had a second-place finish on that final night. That left him 2 points behind Peyton Sellers, but Trevor finishing the season with 6 wins, 15 top 5 finishes, 16 top 10s in his 18 starts, and just really endeared himself to our fans and has created some new opportunities for himself as well. Trevor unable to be here tonight because of some of those opportunities, but we've got his good pal and crew chief, Corbin Mackey, in the house to accept the award for him. I think I'm going to be okay with the lawyers based on how I phrased that, but we'll see. Our next driver, our champion this year, has been rewriting that record book ever since he got behind the wheel at South Boston Speedway. A record-breaking 8th career late model stock car division title in that close, intense points battle. He eclipsed the previous record of 7 championships, was tied with David Blankenship, who won his last title in 1998. And he held that record for 27 years. Consistency, always a hallmark of Sellers' championship career. His first title came 2 decades ago in that unforgettable 2005 season. The 2025 campaign included a division-high 7 wins. He's also now just 9 away from matching Philip Morris's track record. This year, Sellers also collected a division best and a track-high 6 pole awards. He led the division with 622 laps led, and he gets that big $20,000 bonus thanks to Hitachi Energy and Empower Broadband. Just one of the all-time best to ever do it. Please welcome to the stage our 2025 Centera Health Late Model Stock Car Champion, Danville's own Peyton Sellers.
Good evening. Man, it feels good to be right here tonight. I would definitely like to thank Hitachi, all you guys do for the series right now, Centara, South Boston Speedway, Nick Igdowski. It's going to take me a little while to get through this, but it's an emotional night for me. With the competition level that we've seen this year, it's unbelievable. You guys putting up the money to do this, we created one of the best points races ever at South Boston Speedway, at anywhere really, but we didn't even have to have a chase format for this, so it just turned out to be that kind of competition throughout the entire year. So thank you guys for everything you do. Everything I've heard tonight talks about family and South Boston, you know, the family that evolves around it, and the racers, you know, that have won championships, had families doing it for years and years, and we're no different. NHC started racing at South Boston a long time ago. Been doing it a long time. We enjoy to do it. It's our family. It's our family's passion. It's what we do. I've been doing it so long, I've kind of evolved into the old guy at the track. So I used to get in the trailer and sneak in the track with Steve Stallings, and now I'm racing against his son. Used to race against Dean, now I'm racing against Trevor. So it's been a lot of things like that throughout the years that makes me think about family, and it's a racing family, right? And it's no different. We're going to miss Scott a lot next year, no doubt about it. So you've seen that car at the track every week testing. You've seen him out there, and it's just going to be tough not seeing him at the track this year. I know you guys have a hole in that series now that you're going to have to fill, and BJ's, congratulations on your championship. You guys put a lot of effort into that series, and it's good to see the same familiar faces in that series every year. So it's going to be tough, but it's a racing family. We're going to push through it and get through it and do the best we can. You know, for me, you know, my racing family is sitting right here in front of me. You guys are the best in the business. You dedicate a lot of time. You give everything you've got to me every weekend, and I appreciate it. It's a lot of time away from family. It's a lot of time away from anything else that you could be doing in life, but it's been a lot of years. We've got 8 championships and a lot of wins and a lot of good times to appreciate because of that. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being a part of it. I've got sponsors, I've got family that have been with us a long time that mean the world to me. So wouldn't be right here without it. I'm just the guy that gets up and gets the trophy, but it's a lot of people that put a lot of time and effort into this. Everybody knows what it takes to put into racing. Thank you guys for all that you do. Congratulations to all the champions. I've got more rote, but I'm trying to keep it together. So I appreciate everything you guys do. I feel very proud to represent South Boston Speedway and everything it means for me and my family. Thank you.
All right, well, that's about it for my part. You heard us mention we got a big race on Saturday. Many of you are already involved in some capacity, but if you're not, come on out and join us and have a great time. Thank you for letting me bother you a little bit. I'll invite my great friend Joe Chandler back up for the closing remarks.
Thank you, Kyle. As we close our awards program, we extend our congratulations to all of our champions, our award winners, and to everybody here that supports racing and South Boston Speedway. Before we wrap things up, I want to share a little bit of a capsule look from our 2025 season. Our Centera Health Late Model Stock Car Division champion Peyton Sellers, as it has been noted, won a record-tying 8th Division championship, breaking the previous record of 7 titles that was held by David Blankenship. Of course, Peyton's 7 wins this season gives him 65 career victories at South Boston Speedway, which is second on the all-time win list. The battle for the Centera Health Late Model Stock Car Division title was a historic one. It was one of the closest ones in the history of the track. We had Trevor Ward and 14-year-old Darren Krantz Jr. earned their first career South Boston Speedway Late Model Stock Car Division wins this year. The competition level, as has been noted, was just exceptional, with 16 different drivers leading races. I mean, that's a lot. That's more than you'll see at many tracks and in many series. We crowned a first-time champion in the Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division with Zach Paragoy. Zach earned his first career South Boston Speedway win this year and ended up with 2 wins. Tristan Brunelli, who earned the Rookie of the Year award, won his first career stock car race here at South Boston Speedway. 5 other drivers in the Budweiser Limited Sportsman Division won their first career races here at South Boston. They were Lane Woods, Corey Dunn, Tyler Garrettson, Atlee Weiss, and Jacob Derrick. And as has been noted, we had 10 different winners in the Limited Sportsman Division this season, which is outstanding. I can't remember the last time that happened. It was a long time ago when that happened. Our Southside Disposal Pure Stock Division champion, B.J. Reeves, and our Dollar General Hornets Division champion, Jason DiCarlo, both won their second career titles. 2 drivers, Dylan Davis and Kendall Milam, scored their first career wins in the Southside Disposal Pure Stock Division. And on somewhat of a bittersweet note, last year's Dollar General Hornets Division champion, Jordan Penick, has announced her retirement from racing, but she is going out on a high note, having won a division championship last year and having won her first career race and her first career pole this year. And we congratulate her on her accomplishments, and we wish her the very best in her future endeavors. As we wrap up our 68th anniversary season, we have our eyes looking forward towards the 2026 season. Speedway officials have announced an outstanding 13-event schedule for next year, and we will be getting that underway on Saturday afternoon, March 21st. So on behalf of our CEO, Nick Igdowski, the Mattioli family, Brandon Brown, Jenny Morris, Jeff Bomar, Jim Guys, Kyle Haney, Jalen Blanks, and myself, we thank our competitors, we thank our partners, and everyone that had a hand in making our 2025 season the great success that it was. And we look forward to seeing everyone this weekend at the Crush 250, and also when we kick off our 2026 season on Saturday afternoon, March 21st. We thank all of you that are here tonight, as well as those of you that have been watching our award ceremony on YouTube, Facebook, and X for joining us tonight. We hope everyone has a great rest of the evening and a great weekend ahead. Good night, everyone.